Hello, Marlon Winston Gibbs here, founder CEO of Miracle Inc. And today I wanted to talk about the purity of life. In life, you have your passions and your goals and desires. You know, people want to have their, sort of dreams come true. And they want to feel good, So, in that, like in saying so, I just wanted to bring like my sort of thoughts in terms of reaching a high purification of your existence. So what I mean by that is you have to have a theological stance on the way you see things and how you live your life. When I say 3D, things in a 3D are like what you're seeing, like just in front of your face. You know what I mean? Like, okay, there's this person or this guy's name's whatever. Everything is just, you take it for face value, as they say, right? And I mean, I'm not saying I'm the deepest guy in the world, but I'm pretty deep, clearly. But what I'm trying to say is a lot of people live on a spiritual level. Like, meaning everything is spiritual, okay? But what I'm trying to say is some people don't choose to live in their spiritual realm, and that's fine. Like, you come to this world. I mean, I think it's sort of, fair enough to say that most people, want to have a family. Maybe they want to, pursue a wishful career, a passionate purpose. But what I see is that it's like, it's hard for people to understand how to get there. So just in my 40 years of living, I've been able to retain a lot of wisdom and knowledge from experiences and events that were beautiful lessons to me because it made me who I was. In saying so, I have a true passion for the world. I have a true passion for God. I have a true passion for the universe. And I have a true passion for people. And I have a true passion for happiness. So, in discovering myself over 40 years, I've learned, again, that it's a universal and theological step and walk and approach that sort of separates the ready and conscious individuals, or the individuals who are happy and content with their amazing life. Again, I focus on ascension and the highest purification of life. So what I mean by that is the best version of you in the best state of being as a human being on earth. So for me, I don't want certain things if certain things come with it. I don't want drama. I don't want like anything negative. I don't want like what's not pure in life. You know what I mean? I don't want what doesn't last. You know what I mean? So I don't want karma. I don't want any of that stuff. So I just want good times, good vibes, right? So this is where you get into divinity, okay? and you get into like energies and soul ties and sort of your mind and your body and your soul in terms of your ability to sort of transcend who you are in the highest form that you can. You know what I mean? So again, now that that's all kind of out, my approach is, and it's a philosophized practice, that positivity, good vibes, okay? You have to have good energy. The energy you put out is the energy you get back, right? For instance, like if I do a certain amount of exercises, I'm gonna get the results and the response from those exercises. If I don't do the exercises, I'm not gonna get no results. If I walk from A to B, by walking, I'm gonna get to B. If I don't even walk, well then I'm not going anywhere. So what I'm trying to say is that it's not just a 3D approach to life. There's a spiritual element that's just as important, if not more important. And that spiritual approach is how you treat yourself, how you treat others, how you look at yourself in the world, how you treat the world, meaning like animals and like, your environment and stuff like that. Those are all karmically sort of traced. So what I mean by karmically traced, like, so for instance, like any business in the world, right? If you were to go to any business and walk in the business and say, hey, like, what's this for? Why is this here? Why is that here? Right? Most people would say, stop asking so many questions. It's there for a reason. Well, this is how it is in the world. Exact same thing. Every single thing, every single race, every single bug, every single animal, plant, country is there for a reason, and a beautiful reason. But you might not understand it. We don't, we go through life and why is that there? But that's the beauty of not knowing and just sort of trusting and understanding and, learning. Again, with that being said, back to that concept of like businesses. I don't know why that just makes sense. People can understand. So if you were to go to most people that own a business and you were to talk to them about their business, their establishment, they would say to you, understandably so, I know everything in my business. You can't walk in any corner, any crevice in my company, in my building, and I don't know what's going on. I know everything about my company. And understandably so, because it's their investment. It's their business. It's their life. Okay? This is exactly how it is with the universe. You can't be on Earth and think that the universe isn't watching. And when I say watching, they're not watching as an entity like a human being up there watching like me and you. No, it's an energy watching, right? So, that being said, this is where the karmic behavior becomes such a benefit. Because, again, when you understand divinity, okay, and you understand historical patterns and behaviors of mankind, this is what's going to be here, and it's always been here, and it's going to be here. You have people that compete and compare. You have people who are maybe misunderstood of their existence. You have people who perceive and project. You have people who opinionate and oppress. Okay? And these are sort of all negative traits that sort of has an energy and spirit that is associated with those behaviors. So basically, we're all pure people, but these sort of spirits and energies are very easily inhabitable if you allow them into your conscious and energy. So this is why spirituality, even though unspoken, not taught in school, all that, it's everything. It is the purification of life. It's exactly what we are all missing. There's different versions of it and this and that, but for me, my thing, Marley Winston Gibbs, I don't do religion. And no disrespect against religion, I don't do religion though. I just do freedom. I do good people. I do ethical intentions and ethical unity. I do positivity. I do understanding. I do compassion and unity. I do innovative thinking, okay? Diverse environments, diverse ideas, you know, and ascension, and to sort of push mankind forward in a positive manner, in a positive light, you know. You know, use your time in existence, if you can, if you're talented at something, to sort of push a positive change. So that's what I do, you know. Some things come easier to others than some. And for me, spirituality is something that I'm gifted with. I was born with it. You know, so it might not sort of come so easy to others, but to me, it was sort of just what I was born with. And it's an amazing treat and purpose for me to share it with everyone in the world for the rest of my life, because it's like when you know it and you see it and you get the benefits of it, you're like, man, like people need to know this, you know? So again, back to what I was saying, like the purification of life and just sort of like knowing that you're in that sort of 5D element, that realm, you know? Like I was saying back again, like the universe is watching. When I say the universe is watching, like there's a presence, there's an energy that's sort of guiding and protecting the, you know, the fortunes of mankind, you know, the beautiful people that ascend here, the beautiful people that are here that are trying to do beautiful things, you know, those things are protected. You know what I mean? And they're also in stone. They were, you know, these things were sort of created and, you know, mandated to be, you know, a historic sort of part of life or part of history. So yeah, that's pretty much, you know, the main thing that, like I said, I strive for is the purity of life, karmically, emotionally, mentally, physically, you know, and it's a balance, an equilibrium of the elements of life, you know. And you're like, for instance, I don't want $2 billion, but I'm in the wrong energy. You know what I mean? I have all this and I have this negative sort of cloud. And when I say negative, I mean the honest negative, not haters and stuff like that. I'm talking like you're not doing the right thing in life. You're not protected. You're not, you know what I mean? I don't want that. You know, I've been there, done that. Don't want it. You know what I mean? And, like, okay, for instance, let me give you a good idea. Okay, there could be two guys, right? Two of the exact same guys, right? We won't say names, but one guy's name's whatever, A, and the other guy's name's B, right? They both have pizza stores, They're both the same age. They're both from the same area. They're both the same race, same everything. Educational background, financial existence, everything, okay? One has and whether they're spiritual or not, one has a positive approach to life, a more optimistic, assertive intent in doing good and being a good person, a sort of joy for life and a gratefulness for people, appreciation for experiences, lessons, okay? The other one, same guy, really good guy, maybe he has a little bit more of a negative approach to life. He maybe doesn't treat people the best. He maybe doesn't have a positive outlook. Maybe he doesn't necessarily take accountability for stuff. So he never really heals properly in order to have the understanding and overstanding to why certain things are a sort of lesson or an existence in their life. Again, both very good human beings, not saying anything, but what I'm trying to say is through theoretic principle and theological practice and understanding, the owner who's, like I said, in a positive, high vibration, activating his natural abilities to gravitate to his actual abundant opportunities, is in one with the universe, appreciating this sort of journey and existence and truth and reality of what is to be, has an optimistic and motivated approach of what is to come. This is the guy, and I want you to listen very carefully. This is the guy, 2 billion%. And when I say is doing better, and not say doing better, but on a financial level, they can both be doing the same. Maybe the guy who's in a lower vibration, maybe he's got more money. But I want you to listen right now. The guy in the higher vibration, he's going to have more opportunity. The guy in the higher vibration, he's going to have more spiritual protection. When I say spiritual protection, it can be anything from when he wanted to celebrate his birthday that Sunday. It was the perfect Sunday, not a cloud in the sky. The guy that wasn't, whatever, it might not be a big deal, but he went to book his beautiful day, and that Sunday it rained. And not to say that it's like he's a bad guy, but this is the spiritual purity. When you play in that divine energy, you're like a flower. You give love, you move with understanding, you have a very sort of angelic existence, okay? This is where you see every pimple you ever had on your head comes off. Every debt that you were worrying about gets cleared up. Any car problem you had gets switched with a new car. Any problem that you had with a friend or a person, they get switched out and you get switched with a new friend, or the problem that you had with that friend gets accomplished. Any want that you wanted, any sort of goal you wanted to achieve, the energy that you didn't have, now all of a sudden you have the energy, the motivation, and the, consistency to do those things. It can be something as small as, and I'm being honest, like to be honest and respectful, it can be something as honest as small as, if there's like an older gentleman or whatever, and they're like having trouble carrying their groceries out, and you say, hey, do you need a hand? I'm gonna help you with that. not only does it feel good, not only are you making that guy feel good, like, hey, wow, this guy, helped me with my stuff. You're pushing so much good karma in your life. You know what I mean? You're pushing so much, that bag of karma is getting big. You know what I mean? When you end up living into 105, it's because you did something good in your life. You know what I mean? When you end up losing that last 15 pounds that you couldn't get off, it's because you did something good in your life. You know what I mean? When you end up upgrading to that V8 truck that you wanted, it's because you did something good in your life, man. You know? When you end up, getting that whatever you wanted, that company off the ground, that goal here, that achievement there. There's a spiritual element and sort of karmic vibration that goes with your existence and your goals in life. You know what I mean? Your endeavors. So I just wanted to touch on that for a bit. I thought it was pretty cool. Spiritual purity. You know what I mean? One of my mentors is Bob Marley. And if you just watch Bob Marley, watch how I swear, this guy, his aura is he's like floating on a cloud. He has a consciousness and he has to get serious sometimes. But when he's in a vibe, he's like on a cloud because his spiritual purity, his spiritual purity is on 1,000. Do you know what I mean? It's on 1,000. It's like, and now they start to, and now they say, they have a saying called good luck. Well, in theology, it's not good luck. Nothing's a coincidence. Everything was meant to be. Right? There's a theological, vibration that goes along with your step. Okay? And, every single thing from health to wealth to understanding to wisdom, knowledge, intellect, opportunities, these things are all directly correlated with karmic energy, theological principles and practice, and your divine nature of how you sort of approach your day-to-day life, how you treat yourself, and how you sort of look at the world. Food for thought, cool little, I guess this is a vlog, my first vlog. But, yeah. The purity of life, guys. Once you find it, you never want to let it go.